Hey, good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to share a little bit about my life. So for the big tough men out there, this is going to seem a little weak for you, but anytime someone shows their emotions in a way, it shows extreme strength for people who think it's a weakness. I'm going to share about something that has been a part of my life, extremely hard, hurting myself, hurting other people, and in a very severe way. Now like I said, I'm probably going to get emotional throughout this, but that's okay because my life today is to serve a purpose and to giving back, and I share about my life, and that's what I do. So it's about depression, and already I'm feeling a little upset to talk about it, but I woke up today feeling that I needed to, so it's going to be kind of hard to watch, but I need to talk about it. As far as depression for myself, and I can only share about my story, I can't share about other people and what other people go through, but I'm only going to share about myself. And for myself, a bit about my story, and I've shared it before, is, it started off at childhood, and I have no resentments towards anyone, when I share this. But, there was abuse at home. And as a child, going through that, not feeling loved and having an emotional connection with my father, as a child and a young boy, that's very hard. And then on top of it, having the ADHD I had as a child, how I was treated at school was very hard as well. Now, if you can only imagine a 5-year or a 6-year-old, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up, my desk was always separated from the rest of the classroom. I've shared this before. My desk in grade 2 was put behind bookshelves in the back of the classroom. I could only see out through the cracks. Being bullied at school, feeling like teachers are treating me differently. You can only imagine what a child is going through to feel bullied at school by teachers, even though they didn't mean to, I don't think. And, students, and then being bullied at home, basically, to a certain degree. You can only imagine how I felt growing up as a young boy, with these feelings of not feeling worthy, not feeling wanted. And, the first time that I tried committing suicide, I was probably about 12 years old, wrapping a belt around my neck, which left a huge mark going around my neck. And trying to explain that to my parents what it was, I don't even remember what I said. But that was the first time, and as you grow into a teenage years, you try weed, you're trying different drugs, and it's like, wow, I'm feeling relief. I feel no more pain. The pain is gone. So as you can imagine now, as a teenager and in my 20s, the amount of drugs I did to cover up all that pain and suffering that I felt growing up as a child, not feeling worthy, not feeling wanted, no confidence in anything I did. By the age, I tried committing suicide 12 times in my life. And, I was never allowed to die. I know my purpose today with the alignment I have with my inner spirit and how we all work together, and what they're teaching me to be able to give back. I've done some pretty severe attempts of suicide, gassing myself in the vehicle for 5 hours and having zero toxins in my body when it was completely sealed in my vehicle. The cutting of my arms, the overdosing on pills, my mom walking in one time and, I took 80 volumes of the stronger ones, seeing me laying on pee on the floor. And, those are hard times for me to think back and remember. And I spent the last 9 years of my life living a clean life and having mess ups along the way, but I always picked myself up and tried to find what I did wrong to change it. And I've been doing that for 9 years now to be where I'm at today. But what a person goes through, it's hard. Oh, sorry for the swear. For some reason, people who are deeply an empath, we feel feelings in a way that's different than other people. It's more so you feel it more. I know a lot of people, they think with their head. When you think with your head, that causes more stress in your life in a way. I don't know, it's hard for me to explain that actually, so maybe I won't go there. But when you're feeling this low, and only people who who've tried to commit suicide can understand the depth of severe depression. I mean, other people, yes, feel depression as went on in your life. You know, you've struggled, not going to work, self-sabotaging yourself. You know, that's there's a lot of people that have different levels of the depression. So like I said, I'm only sharing about mine, but I was explaining to my roommate not long ago that, say if you had a physical pain and you were in extreme physical pain, extreme, and you see you have family members looking at you, and they want you to not be in pain anymore, and then the doctors are giving you strong painkillers like oxys or Demerol, whatever the case may be, and then you finally feel some relief. Severe depression, on the level that I felt it personally, is the exact same thing, only emotional. And I would go on and on and on feeling severe depression that I would want to take my life, but there was always that one drug or two, throughout my life, which is cocaine or marijuana, would bring me down to not feel that pain. But there was a lot of pain, even, it happened a couple times even over the last year. My depression got so severe, and and some people are different. They sleep a lot. Myself, I don't sleep a lot. I actually stay awake and I can't sleep, and it's going on for weeks, months, and then finally it's to the point where I just can't handle it no more. I can't handle the pain of suffering emotionally, and it's typically coming to losses for me when I lose a love or my children. The pain of losing love for me is so extreme, and it's very hard for people to understand if you haven't been through it. And then especially not just being through it, but then the level that I feel feelings is so enormous that it's absolutely horrible what I go through each and every time. Now, these last 3-4 months of my life have been life-changing, because a little bit more about myself is that when I tried to commit suicide almost 2 years ago, I did die for 4 minutes. And during those 4 minutes, I did go through a very strong I forgot where I was going with that. What I went through was a very spiritual awakening and growth before I came back to my body. And being able to see spirits as I can, when I met my ex-girlfriend, and we're still good, well, we're still on good terms, and we love each other even still today. But because I can see souls and spirits, when I seen this woman, I could see her soul, and her soul is the most beautiful thing that I've ever witnessed in my life. So when we took a break, these past few months, that soul that I could see there, love is on a whole new level. You can't understand love. We can't understand it here on the other side. It's so enormous of a power that you can't comprehend it here as humans and what we're living through. But that love that I had or have for this woman, it pushed me in a way on my life path to overcome anxiety, which I don't have anymore. The self-sabotaging I don't have anymore. And this is all a part of my path because I can give back, and I have been giving back to people who struggle with this through the gifts I have, the spiritual gifts that I do have, and abilities that I have. I can give back to people. And I was severely depressed again for 5 months, and it hurts family members, it hurts people that love you and care about you to see you so depressed, but they don't understand. They think you can just snap out of it, or do whatever. And for myself, I always work very hard at trying to overcome and be the best I can be each day. And that's how I do my coaching with clients as well. But those final days of our friendship that we had that were very close, You know, it's very painful as a person who has severe depression, seeing you hurt other people you care about, but you have no control over what you're going through. And I was, I went through, I'm going to share this story in a year, 2 years down the road after I start living, my purpose picks up here a bit more. But I went through an extreme spiritual battle for about 3 hours. And it's something that you would read in the Bible. It's one of those stories that you would read, and how I conquered demons and whatnot that I had to go through, and I won that battle. And then I was blessed and given more strength with what it is I'm doing. And even sharing this video and being so open and honest, it's all a part of the strength that I've been given, so I can give back to people to understand something other people are too afraid to talk about because they're afraid of what people are going to think. I don't care what people are going to think, because I know my higher purpose is to give back to this world. And I was actually, with myself knowing who I am now and what my purpose is, I actually chose to come and live here and go through extreme pain and suffering. And all those times I tried to commit suicide, I was not allowed to die. And I feel bad and horrible for the people that have through suicide. I absolutely feel for them. But it's just, my purpose was to come here as a healer, live through it, overcome it like I've done, and now I can give back. And I hope something I said in this video made sense. It is for the higher purpose. But I am beyond grateful for one of my best friends that the love that we have for each other, pushed me to grow as fast as I have in overcoming the 3 things I've suffered with all my life. So I'm beyond grateful. A part of overcoming anxiety that I can teach people is you need to feel your feelings. As children, we're told not to cry or not to be upset. And that is part of the reason, a huge part of the reason why people have anxiety today. They do not know how to process their feelings. And this is something I teach my clients as well, and learning how to process them. And now I don't struggle with anxiety, and I'm not ashamed to cry. No one should be ashamed to cry. Nobody should be ashamed of anything. You feel your feelings and you process them in a healthy way. And this is all a part of overcoming all I've overcame in my life. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life giving back through all the pain and suffering I've been through, and hoping to at least help one person a day. So now I gotta go to the gym, work out, and I hope this video made a connection with someone. And if you feel that it's important, or for someone that you know, please share my video, because you don't know who's suffering, and I'm here to help people. So I love you all, and have a great day.